Are all these pigeons that we see on the street, are they real?
When Tara was chatting with her daughter through Roblox and was pretty much telling her to this 2-month-old infant that lived in the same house as her daughter.
When I tell y'all, his face shape shift morphed into a horse.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. Happy birthday to Sam Smith, 8522. Gotta go ahead and say happy belated to Jennifer Taylor. Shout out to Joe and Amanda from Delaware. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Gotta give a shout out to B4LJ Boy. And happy birthday to your son. I seen that you've been here rocking with the channel since day one. Gotta show you some love, bro. Also gotta give a shout out to Jess as well. I seen that you be having a hard time around your birthday and it gets tough. I got you. Happy birthday. Shout out to Oscar. And shout out and happy birthday to your wife, Megan Douglas. I appreciate you for showing your husband, showing your fiance, showing him my channel. And I congratulate y'all on y'all marriage. I'm rooting for y'all. I'm rooting for y'all. Marriage is a beautiful thing. So I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you and your wife, soon to be wife. I appreciate that. Thank you for rocking with this channel. Happy belated to OG Blue Rag. I had to go ahead and shout you out, bro. Happy belated. And I shout out Harley J. Happy belated to your husband, Michael. I appreciate y'all. Again, happy belated. Shout out to everybody who's supporting, everybody who had their day. We cherish y'all. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to the collective again. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Michelle Lamy is a very popular lady to be around. She was just with Ice Spice recently. And she was with A$AP Rocky, smiling, taking pictures. They must be best friends. Can't forget about Kanye. She be chilling with all the poppin' celebrities. And she doesn't even have a song out. Look, she's chilling with Kim K too. This lady's poppin'. Can't forget about Cardi. She was chilling with Cardi too. She be chilling with everybody. She's in every room with all the biggest stars. Michelle, you're one popular lady. Because down in HW, nothing goes down without Michelle Lamy. Why? Because she paid her dues. She paid her dues. Mind you, guys, she's in her 80s. And she seems to have more friends than me. Kanye knows. Travis Scott knows. Did you see that picture they took? Was Travis Scott laying down in a room? That picture was... Shut up! That was wild. But of course, it was just art. It was just art. Entertainment purposes only. I'm just letting everybody know how popular Michelle Lamy is. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this. I'm out.
She scares the shit out of me. I'll be honest.
Oh my god. I can't believe that nobody else is talking about this. That we've all been lied to for years. This is one of the most horrific things that I've ever seen. Most of you won't be able to stomach this. Jamie Foxx is one of those people that we all know. Somebody that's in movies. Somebody that's a comedian. Good impression. There's a lot of things that Jamie Foxx can do. Hence why he is so famous. And everything was going good for Jamie. That was until this happened. Because throughout the years, we started to see a progression in Jamie Foxx. Not just the appearance. Not just the jokes. Not just the movies. But everything we started to see started to change. It never made any sense. That was until he released this video. It truly shows the real nature of who he is. Because when Jamie Foxx got into that car accident, it was a series of unfortunate events. We didn't know if he was going to make it out, but he did. There was too much that changed about him. And the only way that we can actually explain that change was that it wasn't him at all, but was somebody else.
I said I was a clone. I really thought I was a clone. Listen, I was having dinner at some eatery in Vegas, and I walk out, and my daughter's behind me, and she overheard the dude go, "That ain't that nigga."
Oh, shit, man.
Can we get a round of applause because the largest shutdown in America history just ended? Out of here. Every every time something major happened in this country, it's always something bigger that's hidden in plain sight. Everybody keep asking, why did the shutdown last so long? But nobody seemed to be asking a real question. What was happening behind the scenes while the whole government was asleep? If y'all didn't notice, shutdowns create the perfect blackout. No staff, no oversight, no eye, and no noise. And when there's no noise, y'all, that's when the loudest moves happen in silence. Think about this. For weeks, the entire country was distracted by this shutdown. You had people worrying about rent, groceries, paychecks, and survival. And while everybody was panicking, the doors that were usually locked and guarded suddenly had nobody guarding them. Budgets can shift, policies can change, documents can move, meetings can happen with zero witnesses. It's almost like the shutdown was like a window for things they couldn't do in the daylight. And here's the part that nobody really noticed. Every agency that usually watches the government slowed down. Every system that tracks money paused. Every process that required approval froze. It's the perfect way to rearrange things without the country ever seeing the blueprint. Now all of a sudden you see how fast they fixed it. No explanation, no transparency. They just like, sign it, we're back. You got a lot of people thinking something big was taking place while the government was shut down.
Gotta agree. It was.
So Apple just launched their digital ID. Is this the mark of the beast? A lot of people say the mark of the beast is 666. Do you believe that? Well, this is kind of connected to Apple launching their digital ID because the Apple first computer sold for $666.66. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. When we signed up for these social media apps, how many people read the contract? So many people just hit the check and go. Let's go a little deeper. If you ever go on social media and scroll, you will notice we can't tell the difference from fake or real. Artificial intelligence is so real. And this is connected to your digital ID. When we signed up for these apps, we sold our natural rights. We are really going into an all digital world. This is connected to Skynet, which was activated in 2024. Pretty soon, they're gonna have a social media credit score system, face recognition, voice recognition. But how about this? What if they don't like you on social media? What if they can take your face and put it on artificial intelligence, make you do a crime on the internet, and everyone believe you did it? This is what they are really trying to do with all of us. They can actually put you in digital prison. A lot of people don't know this, but when 2019 took place and they put us under quarantine, they really changed everything about us. The world really ended and we are giving birth to a new reality, the digital world. How about we take this a little deeper? Remember, everything is dealing with our emotions and our energy. Pretty soon, we will not need cell phones or laptops because they are trying to turn us into the new cell phone. That's why we need our cell phones for everything. The word cell is connected to a battery cell or a prison cell. We live in a negative and positive reality or the battery system. Once you understand the language, everything will make more sense. Just spell the word phone. P-H-O-N-E. pH, potential hydrogen, and 1. Our pH level went all the way to 1. Negative, positive. Once your level go to 1, game over.
I'm telling you guys, I really believe at this point we are living in a simulated matrix. Take a look at this video and tell me, what do you think this is? Is this a reflection of something? Maybe some science that we just don't understand? What energy is being transferred on the top of this tree here? What are we actually seeing? You're seeing this slowed down at the moment. If you have an answer, please leave it below. This is Unanswered Universe.
Glitch in the Matrix or energy or something more.
And so it begins, y'all. Like I said, people is not paying attention to the patterns of what the fuck is going on, fool. I know when people first seen this, they was just like, oh, how convenient is this? Bruh, we could just put this on our Apple Wallet and we're good. On the first level surface, I know the hackers are looking like, oh yeah, we about to be some shit up. But then on a greater level surface, you gotta understand, this is a part of the plan. Y'all don't see that everything is becoming digital? I know what happens when everything becomes digital, right? For my people that's not sleep, tell me in the comments down below. It's not just one answer. It's just crazy to me how fast people give up control without asking a single question, bro. They always spin it as convenience. It's just crazy to me, y'all. People been talking about this happening for years, bro. And the next thing is gonna be gone. You're gonna have something, boom.
Run your simulation. Of course birds aren't real. Pigeons are just my spies. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? I run your simulation. Of course we can watch you without you knowing. And we don't even need a camera to do it. It's called remote viewing. It's like spectator mode in Call of Duty. I run your simulation. Of course when new things happen, you can watch it on The Simpsons from episodes 20 years ago. I wrote The Simpsons before I wrote this code. I run your simulation. Of course I spray chemtrails in the sky. This planet is just getting too much sun. I need to block it. Otherwise my scales get itchy. I run your simulation. Now you really think we went to the moon but only explored 12% of the ocean? Wake up, man. You're losing it. I run your simulation. Of course you experienced deja vu. You just had to rewrite something in the code. Had to reboot or whatever. I run your simulation. Of course a psychic isn't gonna tell you that you're in a simulation. They work for me. They make it feel real. I run your simulation. Of course there's a bunch of NPCs out here. You really think God got time to make 8 billion souls? We've been making bootleg people for a while now. I run your simulation. Of course all the celebrities have doppelgangers from different timelines. We're recycling them. If you loved them in 1920, you're gonna love them in 2025. Wait till we bring back Cleopatra. I run your simulation. Of course you have to read everything backwards to get the truth. I'm literally lying to you.
At this point, it's impossible to not think the Egyptians were using some sort of alien technology. This is limestone, and then that's calcite crystal. One massive slab of calcite crystal the whole way across the wall. Do you know how hard that is to carve these intricate sort of designs and drawings? This is all calcite crystal. And they hid some figures and drawings in the wall. There's limestone right there. Calcite crystal. This is wild. This is mind-blowing to so many archaeologists out there. It's like, how did they even come close to managing this? But watch this. They literally hid a figure in the wall here. Like, you can never see it just with your own naked eye, but as soon as the, flashlight is close to it, look at that. You can even see like the belly button of this figure, the arms. How did they do this? How? There is a 0% chance that anyone can tell me that these people weren't extremely advanced and that our predecessors intentionally hid their technology. They know how they built the pyramids. They know how they did all this stuff, but they won't tell us because they don't want us to know about our true history. They want us ignorant and to feel insignificant and to not know our true power. But the evidence is right in front of our face always, guys. Peace and love.
Is this a real skinwalker? Like, did this guy literally record a skinwalker? I'm gonna show you this video, and then after I'll show you its hand. It does not look like a normal person's hand.
Look, dude, she couldn't find her way over there, so now she's over here. She's definitely trying to find her way into my body. You see her? Look at that face. Oh my God. It's right there staring at me. Dude, how scary is that shit? Oh my God. Dude, what the f? He's crawling through all this shit.
The first time I saw her, I thought it was like a raccoon, but then I noticed it was like a person, like almost like a girl, right? But get a look at the hand. That's not a normal hand. Like, that's some weird Appalachian stuff you hear about. By the way, I think it's California. I have it slowed down right here, but you can see the face through the bushes right there. That does not look like a person. That looks like what you would think a Nephilim looks like.
You niggas became little warlocks, huh?
Some of you on Valentine's Day will be taken out
right? Excuse me, he will invite you over his house and he will make you a meal. He will make you some seafood Alfredo, or he'll make you some vegetable Alfredo, some kind of Alfredo or something with a white creamy sauce. What does a man produce that is white, that could blend in with Alfredo?
Y'all bitches better know what the you doing, yeah, you heard me? Don't be around with that little shit if you don't really know what's in him. Yeah, you know that magic still be in y'all the panties, ladies, when you be leaving your panties with at his house and shit, or you might leave your little jewelry and everything. You know niggas start bonding to that. You dig what I'm saying? You got that little residue of that magic left in them panties. Yeah, you could do something with that bitch.
You're not just blind, you are willfully blind. You married Hank to prove some childish point and brought a viper into this sacred house.
But you know, it ain't really y'all negative, you heard me? It's just when y'all niggas ain't really synchronized with each other and somebody doing something without the other person's permission and niggas, you know, all that little slick shit to get you up, but...
I gotta hear more, bro. What? That one just threw me for one. It threw me for one, y'all. What about y'all? When I heard... I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. I was trying to hear him out. I heard him. I'm like, wait. Then when I really heard him, like, no, bro. That shit, it's some sick ass people in this world, bro. What?
You know, they got the drones that look like birds.
Popular hip-hop artist Rick Ross thinks he sees mechanical spy birds flying outside of his place in South Africa.
I know I'm a powerful person and I'm in the motherland, but y'all could get the fake drones look like birds from over here. It just dipped and he came back. Y'all tell me, is it a drone or is it a bird? Y'all tell me. I know I'm handsome. I know, but is that a drone or a bird? You tell me, guys.
If you think these mechanical birds don't exist, then watch to the end. It may surprise you.
You guys tell me. You guys tell me. Talk to me, guys. You guys tell me.
Are all these pigeons that we see on the street, are they real? Follow us on YouTube, Unanswered Universe.
Y'all talking about Elon being in Memphis? The richest family in the world had a family member in my high school to research us, bro. She told me this before. You hear me? Like, this biblical grounds, bro. Like, everything really happened here. What are they there for? Them folks worth trillions. And when somebody used to die, we used to say we lost a pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been spiritual like that. And the pharaoh white on the outside, black on the inside, and the school is built inside of a mound, bro. The biggest mound. Look at this, I'm walking up. This me walking up. It's built inside of the mound. So, man, and then look at the pharaohs on the inside of the school in the walkthrough. Look, with the 3 pyramids. And this the science teacher, bro. She's a Rothschild. What is she doing in the hood? You know what she told me? She don't need no money. Her family rich. She there for research. Miss Rothschild was the science teacher chairman for Raleigh Egypt High School. The only high school she was at. University of Memphis, doctor for biology and microbiology. She studied DNA.
These last 2 clips just F my head up, bro. It just spun my shit up. It did. Memphis. Do I have anybody here watching? Anybody from the collective who went there? If so, can you spam up below all the information you got? I don't believe in coincidences. I don't. I believe everything happens for a reason. Whether your ass gotta learn from that lesson, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what? That shit happened for a reason. And you gotta keep going. Once you look at life like that, bro, I feel like nothing can shake you. I feel like nothing can break you. Because you being honest with this shit, bro. And it's like you know that there's no such thing as coincidences. Everything happens for a damn reason. That's what I feel. They didn't put that on the wall for no reason, bro. Let me know y'all thoughts. The clip before that, though, it didn't mess my head up when Rick Ross was recording it. Because it could be a 50-50 thing. It could be a drone. It could be a fake ass mechanical bird. It could be a real bird just catching the just soaring in the air, conserving energy. It could be that. But that damn pigeon that hopped up on the stoop on the windowsill right there, bro. Did you see the shit open up in the back? Now I know pigeons are real because I told y'all I seen baby pigeons. I seen them growing up. So I'm not disagreeing with they're real or fake. They're real. But that shit right there wasn't real, bro. I've never seen that before.
Do you see this? Do you see this? It's freaking nature, and it's freaking awesome.
I don't know anything about werewolves, dogmen, none of that up to this point. I'm looking and I'm like, what is that? Dog, that's a big ass dog. The first thing I seen that came out of the darkness was his hand came out and went down on them rocks. 5 fingers, just like my hand is. I don't remember seeing an iris, but a pupil. And they were about big as golf balls. And I'm seeing this big ass wolf head, and this thing is looking at me. I'm talking about like how a bear traps teeth fit together. They were cutting teeth. The look that it had on his face was, you really want to go there? This calm voice in my head said, okay, I'm looking at a werewolf. These dudes, when she came into the light, these dudes is really, they really got amped up then. Man, that's a monster. That's a monster, you know. Look at that thing, you know. And I'm just standing there because when it came forward, that put it like roughly 7-8 feet away from me. So I got a real good look at it. A real good look. And I'm like, I'm getting ready to die. When she growled, if she had did it louder, my heart probably would have stopped. Because it was a threatening growl, like, pull that trigger if you want to. So she was looking at dude, but when there was more than an animal there looking. There was intelligence there.
You're saying is that we're going to get disclosure. There's reptilians. There's, these people who are in power. It reminds me of the movie They Live.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
Have you seen the V series?
No.
Oh, that came out, I think, in the 70s or 80s, but it's all about reptilians coming to Earth, and they look human-like, but they're not.
Yeah.
And they embed themselves in human society.
We love movies like he's seen They Live as well.
They Live
So
was good. We may have some glasses like that one day.
Well, they already have.
They do.
Are they?
Back in Vietnam, they had this dye called Decillion, where these soldiers were putting this dye on their night vision goggles. And what happened was they saw these demons and these monsters flying around, and they were shooting at it, and they were actually shooting each other down because it was friendly fire, because they were seeing things that weren't there in our reality. But when you put the glasses on, you can see them. Kind of like Stranger Things.
Oh, that was
the upside down. It's all the movies.
Always in the movies.
Right? So that dye, they banned it because you could see through another dimension.
Visible spectrum. How much do we see on the visible spectrum? It's it's like
like
tiny,
2%.
like a splinter of what we coexist within. And
right. So all these things are well documented, and what we think is make believe. That's why they always put in the movies like They Live, put the glasses on, you can see things. And in that movie, which is crazy, they reference 2025. So they go to the headquarters of these aliens. The guys are overhearing, like the overlord, he goes, by the year 2025, we're not only going to take over America, but we're going to take over the world.
Wait, that's in the movie?
That's in the movie. 2025. He says the year 2025.
What's your thoughts, man? Is it cap or y'all can see it happening?
So I was watching Jeepers Creepers for my horror movie the other day, right? Yeah, that one. And if Derry would have just learned to mind his business, maybe he could have reached a different fate. And my daughter walks in and says, you know, the writer and the director of this movie was a convicted. And when you think about that, it kind of makes sense. Hold up. Wait, he's a what? So this was news to me. So don't feel bad if you didn't notice either, because I had no idea. So I look it up. And sure enough, she's absolutely right. And instantly, so many little details in that movie, in all of the movies of Jeepers Creepers, started to click. The way the monster hunts, the way it selects its victims, the way it feeds. It wasn't just horror, it was confession through creation. Not to mention the whole plot of Jeepers Creepers 2 and the little boy. It makes you wonder just how much of Jeepers Creepers was dude's conscious or unconscious sexual fantasy. You see, horror movies are mirrors. Every monster is a metaphor, a reflection of something living deep in the human psyche. And the creeper wasn't just a creature, it was the shadow of his own creator. Now that is what makes horror unsettling. When you realize sometimes that the evil on the screen isn't imagined, it's remembered.
Hey, I was today years old when I learned this.
What's up, bitch? Back the fuck your ass up, bitch. Back the fuck up. Who the fuck you think you talking to, bitch? You better get the fuck away, bitch. That's what the fuck I thought, bitch. I'll fuck your ass up.
I was waiting for that dog to come out. Like, she said she gonna do what? She must got her ass Final Destination by that damn bus, bro. That shit was about to get real. Who just watched the new Vince Staples show? Tell me. Shout out to Vince Staples, by the way, because he doing what I want to do. Film, I told y'all previously, film, books, movies, music, all that. Collective visuals will be coming soon. Trust me. But we gonna be showing some of the most craziest shit. But on the Vince Staples show, I'm not gonna tell y'all what happened, but remember when the lawyer ran out the house and he ran to the street? Shit was about to get real for that lady. That shit was about to get real for that lady. Who would have flew off the handle though? For somebody saying that, what would you have done? Would you have just rushed her and got on her ass, or would you have just let her get away? I'm asking, because everybody got their own ways they do things. Let me know what y'all would have done. I'm curious. It helps me. Cause see, I would have jumped on whoever's ass for that shit. You're not gonna say that. I apologize. I gotta be better. I gotta vibrate higher. But when you talk about what you're gonna do to my child, okay, alright. But y'all let me know what y'all would have done.
This is the Tower Bridge, just near downtown Sacramento.
Now, the Tower Bridge is closed for police activity. SACPD conducted a person who climbed the bridge. We are not.
I think this was.
Bro, I don't think y'all know that's out here in Sac, bro. Somebody climbed the Tower Bridge. They crazy. I didn't know this even happened. That's crazy. Crazy.
No words, just watch this video. So according to this video, a couple was driving down a dark road when they hit this creature. They thought it was a person until it started climbing on their windshield. What do you think this is? Let me know in the comments below.
Why are they out there? That's my first question.
When I was 19, I met this guy from Mexico. Ended up getting a relationship with him. He moved in. And one day we was talking or whatever, talking about our past. And he was like, tell me about his family. So he was like, his aunt put a spell. So he said his aunt put a spell on his mama, right? Because she was jealous of her or something like that. And like she put a spell on him. Mind you, I didn't know nothing about, I didn't believe in that stuff at that time. I didn't believe in spells and shit like that. I didn't know nothing about it. When I tell you the longer he stayed with me, the chain of events that happened after the fact was too much for my teenage brain. I started feeling sick around him, weak and tired, just no energy, to the point where I could not work. I got fired from my job because I could not do anything. He started displaying like some strange behaviors, like doing weird shit that was just so unnecessary and just didn't make sense to me. One time I came in my room and he had been banging on the wall. So I'm like, what the hell is he in there doing? So I go in there to see what he doing. He carved a hole in the wall where he literally like banged a hole, like a big massive hole into the wall. So I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like, I gotta pay for that shit. This is my apartment. Like, I gotta, what are you doing? He like, oh, I'm bored. So, yeah. Sent me through the roof, pissed me clean off, right? Okay, I tried to ignore that shit. Then he would lie about every little thing. And I mean, down to the smallest shit for no reason. But this last one really did it for me. We was going out one day and we was walking towards the car. It was a little walk to get to the car. So he gets to the car first, like he walk ahead of me or whatever. Next thing you know, he falls back down on the concrete, boom, hit his head. So I'm like, oh my God, like I don't know what to do. Oh my God, so I run over to him and try to help him. He starts like shaking profusely, so I think he's having like a seizure. So I'm just reassuring him like, listen, it's gonna be okay. And I'm face to face with him like this in his face, like, listen, it's gonna be all right. Just try to calm down. It's gonna be all right. I'm try to help you up. I'm trying. I don't know what else to do. When I tell y'all, his face shape shift morphed into a horse. I bullshit you not. It scared me so bad that I hopped back and I'm just looking like, oh my God, this is crazy. This cannot be real. Like my eyes are me. And the part that made it even worse, after that shit happened, he started neighing like a horse. Like he was like a horse and everything. I promise to God I put this on everything that shit really happened. And it's like, whatever it was, like a spirit, it took over him for like a minute or two. And then he just snapped back to normal. Hopped up like nothing happened. And that was my first experience of actual physically seeing witchcraft. Like, physically seeing somebody and the effects of it. Like, I heard stories before, but I finally saw it for myself. Scared the living daylights out of me. I didn't want to be around him. I didn't want to sleep in the same bed. I didn't want shit to do with him. My mama took me to a healer to get it cleansed, and not even a month or two later, he got deported and was, I'm not saying this, but that shit had to go.
That's some wild ass shit.
Have you seen that creepy video that's been going viral? People can't figure out what's wrong with her hands. Almost instantly, theories started flooding the internet. The most popular one? That she's not even human, but something pretending to be. Some say she's a reptilian, and her hands finally gave her away. And no, it's not edited. The video was filmed from multiple angles by different people, and every clip shows the same thing. Her arms look too long, her fingers thin and almost inhuman. Some say it's fake nails, others think it's makeup or prosthetics, but no one can explain how her hands move like that. Whatever it is, people can't stop watching.
Something ain't right, bro. Them arms, that head, that body shape, the hands, that shit ain't right, bro. That shit ain't right.
Remember I told y'all that when they left, when the human beings left planet Egypt, all right? They linked up with the draconian reptilians in the cosmos and with the Pleiadians. They used the Pleiadians, all right, to get in good on our planet. The draconian reptilians could not just walk on our planet. Neither could the human beings. Remember I told you, how did they get our technology to take over to invade us and take over? They used the Pleiadians, all right? Because the Pleiadians was always cool with them, and they were always a highly advanced and very intelligent species, all right? The Pleiadians, all right? Don't believe none of that shit they trying to promote to y'all in these Gaia previews and make the Pleiadians seem like they cool as they not. They're smart as they ain't never been cool as fuck. All right, well, maybe for them, not for us. Because they snaked us. This is why we had failed. Because of the Pleiadians. That whole story they told you in history about the Pilgrim snake and the Indians and shit, that was really about the Pleiadians snaking us when they first came on the planet.
Hey, what's crazy? Real fast. What's crazy is, I remember coming across the Pleiadians and I seen some comments and people was riding hanging on their coattail, like as if they believe in that, the Pleiadians so much. And I didn't say nothing, but there was something inside me that said, bro, we can't trust them. We can't trust them, bro. And I don't know what it was. Hearing this, make it feel like, I don't know. Maybe I was on to something. Maybe I wasn't. Just the feeling I had. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, but I had to add that. I knew not to trust them. I knew something in my head was like, bro, we maybe shouldn't be putting them so high up on a pedestal. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing, because the same people who put the Pleiadians up on a pedestal is the same ones who say the Anunnaki is a fallen angel. And I don't want to connect the dots on some shit. I don't want to look too far on something. Y'all get what I don't even know if y'all get what I mean, but maybe I'm going too deep. But I'll take that rabbit hole another time when I'm ready, but I ain't ready for that one yet. I'm not. Personal shit, I'm not ready for it.
A reptilian shapeshifter trying to act normal.
Me a bro from Harry Potter. Y'all know who.
I'm sitting up here and I'm finna tell y'all another paranormal story time. And then something popped in my head. And it's crazy that it popped into my head because every time this one particular person popped into my head, he pop up in real life. Y'all, I think I had a werewolf as a friend. Speculation, but hear me out. Now I know y'all sitting back and you like, well, why did you think he was a werewolf? And honestly, it was because of his eyes and his scent. And it was like an instant connection with him. Like no words had to be spoken. It was something that was done straight through us looking at each other through eye contact. Like he imprinted on me. I was one of those kids who started off in a Catholic school. And unfortunately, Catholic school got too expensive. My mom and my daddy was like, yeah, we can't do this no more. You got to go to public school. I hated it. I hated everything about public school. Oh my God. I got taken out of Catholic school the Christmas of my 3rd grade year because you couldn't continue into the next year if you didn't pay the tuition. When I got to the public school, they give you testing. The testing showed that everybody else was on a 3rd grade level and I was on a 6th grade level. They wanted to put me with the 6th graders. My mama was like, you're doing too much. That's too many grades. It's going to be too much of an age gap difference. I ain't got time for none of that shit. She need to grow up with the kids of her age. Being an adult, I get it. I really do. I know if somebody's sitting back like 3 years, it's just 3 years. It shouldn't make a difference. It does. Mental developments in 3 years is huge. It makes a difference. So as an adult, I understand. As a kid, I was mad as hell because I know everything that these slow ass teachers is trying to teach these dumb ass kids already. Now, it don't help my case because I'm smart as hell. I just came from a Catholic school. I'm yellow as with long ass hair. Plus, I was a chunky monkey kid. I was tortured all the time in public school. I hated it. But it was this one boy. It was this one boy who did not treat me different at all. He was the nicest person in the world. Q is like 4 grades ahead of me. And anybody else will be like, I don't like the way that sound. That sound a little bit off. Why was he so nice to you? Because he was literally my protector. Like, quite literally. It don't matter if it was before school, during recess, or after school. If I stood in one place and like looked around in a circle, I will connect eyes with this boy. He was always watching me. But I never felt bad. Like, it wasn't like a, why he watching me? It was more of a thank God he watching me. Because anytime he was there, nobody messed with me. One time, somebody saw him giving me a snack at recess. And from that point on, everybody was like, no, don't mess with her because that's Q friend. I didn't know what that meant because, like, he was a nice boy. I even asked our security guard, Mr. Hunt, like, is Q a bad person? Do he get in trouble? And he was like, no, he's a good kid. Why? And I was like, oh, nothing. I just wanted to know. One day he came and he told me that he might have to go away, but no matter what, he was always going to stay and watch over me. And sure as shit stank, after this one summer, I never saw this man again. Until high school. For the people from Chicago who was here before COVID, you know about Paul Robeson High School over there in Inglewood. Yeah, I graduated from there. People who know about Robeson is sitting back like, damn, she went to Robeson. I ain't her. And you better not. Don't let this pretty face fool you, boy. Anywho, out of nowhere, one of my tormentors from grammar school popped up as a student. That man locked eyes on me, and I just knew that I'm finna get tortured and tormented for the rest of my high school days. I'm standing in the lunch line. My tormentor walks up to me and he say, ain't it funny how we wound up in the same place? My tormentor says, your bodyguard not here to help you this time. I'm finna turn around and say, leave me alone. But before I could say anything, I'm stunned into silence. As I am turning around to look at my tormentor in the face, I lock eyes with Q. He is standing directly behind my tormentor. I am in shock, like literal mouth open. The tormentor turns around. He's face to face with Q's chest because Q is like 6'4". He look up and he say, man, what the f? Q said, no matter what, she'll never be alone. And if I see you messing with her again, it's going to be a problem. The tormentor walk off. I'm stuck. Like literally, I don't know what to do. Because where did he just come from? I distinctly remember it being my 5th grade year because my teacher was Miss Mapp. This was the most evilest white lady in the whole wide world. So tell me how it is now. I'm a freshman and I'm looking at this man. Like where did he, what? What's the odds? He turned, he looked back at me and he smiled. And the only thing that I could do was run to him. I seen him for 2 years after that and then he graduated. I graduated in 2007. In 2009, when I was getting ready to go up to New York to finish my culinary arts degree from Le Cordon Bleu, I ran into him again. But again, I was in danger. I'm on the red line. For the people who don't know, the red line is one of the train systems in Chicago. The red line is no good. Absolutely no good. It's dudes walking all through these cars. Ain't no telling what they up. I had my headphones in, but my music wasn't playing. I know I heard one of them dudes say, if we come back and she back here by herself, that ass is mine. I'm trying not to freak out. I turn on my music. I'm trying to tune out the world. I just need to get down to 79th Street. Everything good until we get to 55th. Because everybody get off the car. Like literally, it's nobody left but me. When I look up from my book, I see that it ain't nobody on the car. And out the corner of my eye, I see the dudes walking through from the other car. One of the dudes say, oh yeah, I get to sweating because it's fight time. I already know what I'm finna have to do. These dudes may be 10, 20 feet away from me. And the dude who said that he was coming back to get me, first thing that come out his mouth, hey, little mama, check it out. Oh, I know I'm now. Oh, now it's 3 of them and 1 of me. No matter how strong I might be, I can't take on 3 men. Just before they got 5 feet away from me, Q comes walking through the door from another car. He sits across from me and say, hey, little kitty cat. I'm looking at him. I'm trying my best to hold back tears. I know that he is there to save me. Them dudes looked at him, then looked at me, and got off the train at 63rd. That man said, why do you always get yourself into trouble? The only thing that I could say to him is, why do you always disappear if you know that I'm always in trouble? Why you just don't stay around? And his words was, that's not my job, baby girl. He gave me a hug. He kissed my forehead. He got off the train on 69th. Like, I'm low-key fighting back tears telling y'all this story because that man really, like, he really did save me on a number of times, and I don't understand how. Now I'm finna do something that I normally don't do. I'm calling out to the ether. Q, if you, like, somehow, some way, if you still around, could you let me know that you alive? Like, I don't want nothing and you ain't gotta pop back up because I'm not in danger, but, like, it would be nice to know that you still there.
Oh, nah, y'all. What the is going on, fool? Do y'all see this shit? This shit is getting wild. Like I told y'all, we only seen a little smidget. The shit that's gonna drop is gonna be so crazy. It's gonna have people looking like, damn, fool. Just look at what it say. I didn't say this, but apparently he was giving gawk, fool. And if this is real, this can probably be the reason why Cash Patel has been looking so weird lately. Like he's just been not himself. Look at this video, y'all. Why does this man look so nervous, y'all? Look at him. He just looked like a scared puppy, fool. Like he knows something. And he like, damn, I f***ed up. Yeah, see, the problem is, if he go down, everybody that say they went over these documents is going to go down. Because that means y'all lied, fool. Y'all cleared his name.
Not just that. People who ride for that man, if you do, I don't mean no disrespect. I think this shit is funny as hell. This some movie type shit. If that's real, I would have never thought something like that would have happened. Not with like people of this type of status. You get what I mean? Like, but then again, when you unplug from this shit, you already know this shit capable. But like I said, if those lists was to come out with all the details, the whole world is about to burn. People who voted for him gonna be pissed. People who didn't vote for him gonna have some shit to say. It's gonna be this shit, and it's not just him. It's so many other people that we not thinking about right now. There's so I think this shit gets so deep, so sticky, is so complicated, but yet so simple. But again, people be peopling, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all let me know y'all opinions. I think this shit is like for me, this shit is a movie. These are all characters, and I'm watching. Every time I hear more news about something that's going on in the world, to me it's like a movie. It's just a new episode. That's all it is for me. That's the new episode of the story called Life, or the movie called Life. Like, that's how I'm looking at it. Cause it's like, bro, some of this shit that we're seeing, hearing, new discoveries, new continents, new insects popping up, bro. It's like, come on, bro. This is just a new episode to the movie called Life. But again, I'm not thinking it's funny because it's not that I dislike this dude. It's more so, it's just like, shit just funny, bro. Shit, Michelle and Michael, that shit's funny, bro. Like, it's all funny to me. That's why. So don't try to pull that. You don't like, bro? I don't give a about, bro. It's more so this shit just funny to me. And if you believed in it, I'm not laughing at you. So why you so in defense mode? I'm just saying, bro. I just got to be honest.
The movie Him was released September 19th, 2025. 10 days later, September 29th, 2025, Tariq Hill breaks his knee, or breaks his leg. The actor that plays Cameron Cade, CC would be his initials, C being the third letter of the alphabet, 33. His name is Tyreek Withers. Isaiah White in Chaldean cipher, or numerology, is 33. He's played by Marlon Wayans, and his number is number 10, and he breaks his leg at the beginning of the movie. He breaks his leg in the third quarter when the Dolphins have 10. So this is that black magic, that witchcraft and warlock rituals that they do. And Tyreek Hill's so goofy with waving his hands and like, yeah, and then you see a picture of him or a video of him in the hospital bed. You niggas don't even know y'all puppets. Zio puppets at that.
His leg was messed up. Bad.
Most people are unaware of these ancient beings referred to as the Blimmies, all right? They'll state that it's fiction, all right? But these beings did exist, all right? Now, these are beings from inner Earth, all right? There's a lot of different interterrestrials as well as beings from the other side of the ice wall that we have yet to see, all right? But as the Schumann resonance spikes and continues to elevate from the frequency increases, more of these beings are going to begin to surface, all right? But this is an ancient being referred to as the Blimmy, all right? They went to war with the Roman Empire. There was a tribe in Nubia. Blimmy is said to be headless, fierce warriors, okay? They're savage warriors, but they actually are headless, all right? They have a face that's on the upper torso of their body. Early depictions of the Blimmy indicate that they were actually from Libya, all right, near the Nile system, but later depictions show that they were near India, all right, near the Brizone River. Now, it's important to note that it's actually two types of Blimmy, all right? There's Blimmy with eyes on their chest, and then one of the Blimmies actually had the eyes on their shoulders.
This woman was arrested for trying to convince her 10-year-old daughter to kill her foster parents and a 2-month infant over Roblox.
What?
This happened in October 2024. This lady, Tara Sykes, was playing Roblox with her 10-year-old daughter. Full history between this woman and her daughter, but her daughter is living with like a foster home. This woman, Tara, was chatting with her daughter through Roblox and was pretty much telling her to kill this 2-month-old infant that lived in the same house as her daughter. She told her to drown the 2-month-old infant in a bathtub full of boiling water and then to drop the baby on its head to kill it.
What the hell?
And not only that, she was also telling her ways to kill her foster parents.
Really?
And she was telling her daughter to go into the room while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Slice their throats and to cover their sheets with gasoline or some type of lighter fluid and to set them on fire while they're sleeping.
Wow.
After they had this conversation, I think like a week or two later, she had the 2-month-old baby, and I think she was holding her by like her feet or something, and she ended up dropping the baby on its head. One of the foster parents who was there, I think it was the father who lives there, he calls the police, he calls the ambulance come. The police take this little 10-year-old girl in for questioning, and they ask her like, yo, why would you do this?
And she
tells them like, I was playing Roblox with my mom, and my mom was telling me to do it. The police go and arrest her mother. The craziest thing is like they have the message logs from Roblox. Of her saying all these things, and they're also trying to hold Roblox accountable for it too. But for some reason, Roblox is pretty much saying like there is no proof of them using the game to conspire to this crime or something. So they ended up arresting her. Since this happened last year, I don't think she got like fully sentenced, but they're trying to get her for attempted.
Bro, that's sick. I'm not even gonna lie. The fact that now you're telling your kid to go and these people
through Roblox.
Yeah, that's wild.
Crazy.
Ain't cool. That's a baby, bro.
Even though Harris herself did not run a Sanders-like or AOC-like campaign, right? But I think I swear to God, please go back. Influence a lot.
He probably doesn't even know.
More question. You see the stock?
Probably doesn't. Look at him.
It's moving.
This slit in his eye.
You represent and work with lots of
yo, bro, national TV, yo.
This is live TV.
Look at this. Come here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy's eye. Do you see his eye look differently? Do you see it? How it's like a slit in it?
Yeah. One.
Trump?
Trump.
Yeah.
This is live TV.
Guys, you need to watch this to the end.
I've seen multiple people shapeshift into reptilians, not just one.
Pause. You've seen people shape shift
Yes.
into reptilians. Are you seeing this physically happen in the physical realm, or is this something you're seeing spiritually
In the
happen?
physical realm.
Like literally their body has shape shifted.
The one lady who hissed at me in the movie theater, it wasn't like her whole body turned into a reptile, but her eyes and her tongue turned into a reptile, like her face.
It's not just one person. Over and over again, credible witnesses, military personnel to Hollywood insiders report the same thing. People changing form right before their eyes. From a former air medic who says he watched a face transform into a theatre, to researchers who document plasma-like entities behaving with intelligence. What if these aren't isolated incidents, but clues to something else entirely? An agenda that's been hidden behind jokes, films, and what we call the normal world. Drop your thoughts and comments down below.
Accident in my ass, bro. That shit was.
This video is going viral right now on Twitter because he found something hidden in your Social Security paperwork that most people never knew. Check this out.
Look at your social, and at the bottom it'll have that line where it says signature. It looks like just a normal line, right? Until you zoom in, realize it's actually fine print. This is why you should always read the fine print and look behind it. Look at the circles. There's even more fine print in there. See this is what they mean by reading the fine print.
So hold on a second. We know that money used to say on it, redeemable for silver or gold, right? It used to say, or, backed by gold and silver. And now it's a note, Federal Reserve note, for example. But did you know about your birth certificate fraudulency? Check this out. Now look closely. Did you know birth certificate? When you are born, your parents register you with the government as a corporation by receiving and signing a birth certificate. In a few years, your corporation will receive a taxpayer ID number called a Social Security number. This is so you can be used as collateral for the governments to acquire debt. That's right, you and your labor, time, and energy is what backs up the national debt. You are stock. Birth certificates, marriage certificates. There's an angle to this. The government getting involved. And I'm not even talking about the straw man sovereign citizen thing. But I mean, this does have to do with that. We're talking about when you get a birth certificate, that some element of ownership may be put over the person with the birth certificate. It's not some organic, happy-dappy way to keep track of the citizens. Woo, we have birth certificates, we know who's who. It's about control. But what if we all said no? What if we all said no? Have you thought about that? Or not even all of us, like 50%, 30%, even 20%. That's a whole lot of people saying no. That would totally mess up the whole friggin' system. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.
Dropping gems, bro.
Secret Service just came into my house over a TikTok post, over my post, deadass.
Right there, there's two of them right there, those two guys. Yeah, they're the two Secret Service guys that just came to my house to talk to me about my posts on social media.
I'm in my bedroom, I can see them walking away right now. This is crazy. Yeah, so basically they showed up to my house to talk to me about posts that I've been making about invasion of Africa, where I said anyone who benefits from the death and destruction in Africa, their families need to be hurt. So Secret Service just showed up to my house, especially the one I made about the general, where I said we need to find his family. Yeah, so Instagram took that shit down, gave me a warning. TikTok took it down, gave me a warning. And Secret Service just showed up to my house for it. But they told me to calm down and that basically just chill. If they have to come back again, then they're gonna have to put me through the process, which I'm guessing is I'm gonna get arrested or some shit. Yeah, I'm eating something yellow. That's why my teeth looks like this. So
that ain't no shit to play around with, yo. That's why I said I don't tell no one to do nothing. I don't advise you guys to do nothing, but just use your brain. That's it. Just think. Just question everything. I don't advise you to retaliate. I don't advise you to do nothing extra, because I don't need them boys coming to messing with me, because I don't need it. I don't need it. I lived a certain lifestyle, so I've ducked them enough. I grew up a certain way to where you leave them people alone. You don't need them knocking at your door. You don't need them pulling up. You don't need them putting you in the bracelets. You don't need them doing nothing, taking your time away, taking you away from your family. I grew up in a lifestyle to where my main concern was to stay out of those people's way, and they stay out of my way. And that's how I like to keep it. I don't advise nobody to do nothing. Just use your brain. Know right from wrong. Don't let nobody control you. That shit dangerous right there. That's dangerous. I was about to say, I wonder how the conversation went, but he said it. He said it. I probably would have asked him, like, well, what do you mean by the process? I'm just being clear, sir, so I can understand what not to do. What do you mean the process? You got to ask these questions, bro. You got to ask them. What's y'all thoughts? Spam it up.
He was pew-pewed over 10 times, and it took him over 35 minutes to pass away, y'all. Nipsey Hussle's unaliving is one of those things that I really just cannot get past and cannot move on from. As most of y'all know, Nipsey Hussle was a rapper in California, and he was by a man by the name of Eric. Now, I believe this guy had a rivalry with him for a while, or whatever the case may be, and he caught him at the wrong place at the wrong time outside of Nipsey Hussle's store, and immediately started viewing him, and ended up, from what I heard, doing it over 10 times. Now, the autopsy report states that after he actually viewed him the first couple of times, he came over there and belittled him and kicked him in the head a couple of times as well. Now, Nipsey was still alive during all of this. He was still alive, and his last words were, "You got me." Now, from what I looked into, y'all, it took around 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes for Nipsey Hussle to actually pass away, and he was in a lot of pain. This is something that it really just heartbreaking, because it's just unwarranted. Like, that particular day, he was, working at his store, and this was something that he was really passionate about, and then the fact that all of a sudden this happened and nobody was there to even protect him, he wasn't able to protect himself, and it just completely caught him off guard. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, and I'm sending my condolences to his children and his wife.
Can't speak on too much because it's still political out here in California, but the shit is if I'm not mistaken, they just reopened that case. If you know why, you know why. But certain people, my peoples, we just don't speak on Crip shit. We don't speak on Crip politics, anything that got to do with in this neighborhood. That's 60s. That's rolling shit. So there's some things that they got going on right now, people getting locked up and shit, and they reopen the case. But again, that ain't something for me to speak on, so I'm not gonna speak on that one. It's still California at the end of the day. I could say it today, and then something can happen if I get to talking too damn much. You get what I mean? We need more videos. I ain't into all that no more. So rest in peace, Nip Hussle, and hopefully shit can be handled and everything comes out the way it's supposed to, in a positive manner. That's the best way I can put it. Shit go way deeper. To his meetings he was supposed to have the next day. All that.
You niggas done right after she done got off of her period. Ooh. And they ain't even your wife, boy. They ain't even your old lady. These niggas be sleeping with women on a cycle that ain't even their old lady. You heard me? And they wonder why they be up and they done been bonded with a bitch that ain't even their old lady.
A lot of times when you do binding spells, you have to keep stuff around your house or bury it and all that kind of stuff. The kind of binding spell I like are the freezing ones.
Women will wait right the day after. She don't even wait till the cleanse. She can't even wait to put it on you. Then you leave out there. You feel what I'm saying? And don't come to find out that she with a whole nother nigga. And then when she cleanse, or during her cleansing process, she pouring that blood into you while you making love to her. Ooh, boy, you just made love to a whole spirit, stupid ass. Bitch, crazy. Man, y'all don't know what be going on, boy. I'm telling you, be careful out here, baby.
I feel like, yeah.
What if I told you that wealthy tourists paid up to $90,000 for the chance to shoot civilians in an active war zone? This is part of a real-life investigation going on right now, and it's blowing my mind. During the siege of Sarajevo from 1992 to 1996, the city was under constant sniper fire, and more than 11,000 civilians were killed. 1,600 of them were children. Crossing the street was deadly, and they called it Sniper Alley. And now, 30 years later, investigators in Milan are saying that something much darker was happening on those hills. They said that allegedly, foreign tourists could pay for what we are now calling sniper safaris. These men were guided to sniper positions overlooking Sarajevo, given rifles, and allowed to just fire at civilians below randomly. This is a picture of two kids running across Sniper Alley. Some of these men paid what would be today $90,000 to $115,000 to shoot people, and unfortunately, children were the most expensive target. It is so disturbing to think about how killing was a luxury entertainment for the wealthy. Thankfully, hopefully, this new search into who was involved will hopefully bring some sort of long overdue justice.
This for entertainment purposes. The world can be really wicked. And I always say if they can do this shit once, they can do it twice. Just because we may not see it on the news, just because we may not hear about it, don't mean this shit ain't possible or ain't happening. Shit reminds me of Hunger Games. Does it or does it not? The Purge. When they were paying people to jump into the Purge. I think it was the movie The First Purge, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it reminds me of. They showing this shit in the movies. This shit has some type of truth to it. Why wouldn't it happen on a global scale once upon a time or somewhere down the line in the near future? But it's for entertainment purposes. What I said was not true. It ain't gonna happen. Y'all let me know. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. Prayers to anybody who was affected by some shit like this. I ain't gonna lie, I just lightweight caught a headache. Just hearing them last two clips. I lightweight caught a headache. I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. That shit kind of just messed me up.
So you felt you were a great source of comfort bringing those brownies?
Of course I was. Of course I was. And if I could get more, I would have made more. And if I can get any again, I'll keep doing it.
Even if it means that you'll wind up in prison?
I'll go to jail for my cause. You damn right I will. I'll go to jail for my cause in a hot second.
Mary has great compassion for people who are dying, and they should have at least half as much compassion for the people and allow them to smoke it anyway.
John Wilson is one of Mary's kids, as she calls them, a victim who says he has benefited from the brownies. Mary says that by eating a half a brownie before and after chemotherapy, her kids avoided the nausea that comes with chemotherapy.
They sail through it and then munch a bunch, which helps them with the wasting syndrome, keeps their weight up.
Hey, world. Yeah, man. We all see and know by this, why we're reaching out to the world for help. The destruction in Jamaica is not normal at all. I'm here to see it live and direct, and a lot of it is, for some people, it's really unbearable. For a lot of us, it's okay. It's just material loss, but for some people, losing members of their family numbers is really rough. You know what I mean? Yeah, so a lot of us lose farm material, livestock, and all of that, but what can we say to the people who lose their loved ones and lose everything in this destruction? But a lot of things already done. So it's our duty to try our best to do what we can to help the people. I'm standing now in 8 miles where a lot of these people, lose their livestock, like Molly in here. She lose all her chickens. This is one of the coop that I get. I take, the foul waste from, other people. I can name all of them, but you know what I mean. So yes, of course, we trying to do a fundraising drive. A friend down in New Jersey. I just collaborated with them a few days ago. Now we're moving forward too with ours. So as the time proceeds, you will be able to have other choices. People where you can drop off the stuff you have. We just I just talked to Peter Fideli from the Lion Food Farm in Florida. He going to be opening his door for people to drop off whatever farm supply, because listen, we're gonna need food. So we can do everything, but I think it's our duty to help the farmers to stand up again, because we're gonna need food. Food is important. So whatever vegetable seed, whatever farm supply you can drop off down in Florida, in South Florida at Lion Food Farm, we would greatly appreciate it. Whatever house material for construction, because he's getting ready to seal a container November, so you will have the space to accommodate whatever you can, donate. And of course, we put in together also our team from North Carolina, Preston and the family and friends. So if you're in that region, you'll soon be able to get the address and location. Yeah, man. People chucking in food from everywhere, because that is our biggest problem. We are a little bit fortunate because we are in the hills. You have some people don't have pepper where them is. They must have got to the supermarket. So those people are less unfortunate. So, to help the people on the outside. So, one love to you all. And let's do what we can while we can for the people, who are in need.
So that was sent to me by the collective. If I'm not mistaken, that was Bob Marley's hype man. If I'm not mistaken by the message. I do remember seeing this video come through. Not in depth though. I just remember seeing the video and I saved it. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was Bob Marley's hype man, and I think his flag man. If I gotta reread the message again. But if you're in Florida, check them out. If you're in Jamaica, check them out. Let's help each other here. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts though. Let me know y'all opinions on based off what he's talking about. Please spam it up. I want to hear y'all thoughts.
Stop! What are you doing? That's my mirror. What are you doing? Stop! 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 One of your units just ran into my mirror and is causing damage. I'm a little worried. That's not gonna work. Oh my god. My wall is slightly damaged. The robot is going rogue. Let's say that I'm an 8-year-old and it's just me and Terminator 12,000 here. Would I be able to get away from it? Does it see me?
It's looking right at you. Gary.
Now we're going to be testing the robot in residential applications to see if it's safe. And I want to cook it. Alright, come on, stand up. Whoa! Oh my god. Ooh. I need you to cook me a meal. I need protein. It needs to be healthy. It's a gas stove. Be careful. You see yourself? That's a mirror. Yeah. You stupid idiot. Alright, cook a meal. No. That's a waste. That's a waste. Stop. Settle down. So if you can cook me the meal, I'm gonna go on in here and play Fortnite, okay? Yeah. What the all I do is clean up after you.
Daddy, chill.
Shut it off! Somebody shut it off! Get out of my house! Now we're gonna do the burglary test. Oh. Get back! I'm very curious if the robot can bust through the door into my house.
It's gonna break through the door.
I think so too.
I changed my mind again.
Genuinely, if this is a robot or human, I'm actually putting way more money on the robot coming through. You hear something? Okay.
Breaking in.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh no! I don't got money for you to just be spending 80K. I'm not in business to be throwing money away like that. Invest 80K for a robot. For one, that's out. For two, he's messing up your house, bro. He running through doors, messing up your cameras. I don't got time for that. I don't. But we getting to see it. So if you want one, by any means, go get your ass one. By me, I'm good. I'm like Will Smith and iRobot. I don't trust him. I'd be nice to him though, in case one day they ever want to go rogue and mess up stuff in the world and go to war with us humans. I was nice to you. Can you please be nice to me? Please? I don't think that's gonna work, but still, you know what I mean? I'm not about to go on my way to be mean to him. He pushing him. I'm good, bro.
Definitely. I can put my life online for him.
You would put your life on the line?
Yes, because he did put his life online for me.
Incredible. He did it. Wait, how do you guys know each other?
I worked with the New York Taxi Workers Alliance in the fight against the debt crisis. This is a crisis that started in the early 2000s when Mayor Bloomberg inflated the value of a medallion from $200,000 to $1 million to bridge a budget deficit. Mamadou and I went on a hunger strike.
You guys both went on a hunger strike?
15 days.
No food for 15 days.
And then now you have to remember this. 9 of my fellow brothers committed suicide.
I know. How much was your debt?
750,000. Whenever we go to City Hall, they were not listening. When the assemblymen joined, that's when the real fight started.
We won almost exactly what it is that we demanded from the beginning.
That's awesome.
And it has thus far erased $450 million in debt.
Wow.
We were given avocado. It never tastes so sweet.
After the strike was over.
After the strike was
November
over.
3rd, 2021.
That avocado, I will never forget.
Really?
Yeah.
And when we ate that avocado, I remember Mamadou getting up and shouting, "I have my life back.
I have my life back."
Jesus said that the end would be like the days of Noah, but does anybody ever really think about what that means? This is called Noah. In the 1970s, President Nixon created this to track the aurora borealis as well as tsunamis and the ocean. And for some weird reason, it's under the US Department of Commerce. So Jesus said it would be like the days of Noah. The story of Noah is about a flood and a bow in the clouds. Noah is conveniently named Noah to track the northern lights and tsunamis / the ocean. The traditional way we think about the ark is this. But what if, when God says, "This is the sign of the covenant that I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for all future generations, I have set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth," in the cloud. Did you know that northern lights used to be classified as a type of cloud? And if you've ever seen them in person, you know they act like glowing, conscious clouds that move around. If you're super stuck to this interpretation, I am certainly not here to change anybody's mind, just to open it up and get you thinking about things. This is one of the most common forms of the aurora borealis, an arc that goes from east to west. Jesus says that the coming of the Son of Man will be like lightning from the east to the west. In the Old Testament, God's lightning on Mount Sinai uses the same root word, barak, as the emerald in Aaron's breastplate. Emerald, lightning. The Bible says in a lot of places, God is light. So here's the Ark Encounter exhibit in Kentucky. They light it up like this every single night. They only use the same 3 colors that are in the Northern Lights. They don't use all of the colors in the rainbow. Why? So Paul says, "So that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may have strength to comprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and length and height and depth, and to know the love of Christ." I understand the surface level. I don't need the Pharisees in the comments. The only other place in the Bible, at least that I'm aware of, that talks about something like that is back in Genesis, the days of Noah. This is how you are to make it: the length of the ark, its breadth, and its height. Why are there endless stories of people saying things like they saw the Northern Lights come down and pick a caribou off of the ground? There's been mythology and folklore for thousands of years of the Northern Lights taking people's children, lifting things up and putting them down. So the government shuts down for exactly 40 days and 40 nights. The day that they come back, all of these HAARP airglow / auroras start happening, and HAARP is heavily tied to NOAA and the 3-letter agency, of course. So this starts the exact same day that the government comes back, right? So the same day, November 11th, very early in the morning, it hits only a few news outlets that they would no longer be reporting on tsunami warnings, and that their equipment was going offline, and that a bunch of stations tracking tsunami causing earthquakes for the agency are just going totally offline on the same exact day that they came back and all of the HAARP air glows started. So they light it up like this every single night, right? Use discernment, check everything that you see online in the Bible, ask God in prayer. But why does the pictures that they give of this look exactly like that? And it says, is 3i Atlas a cosmic time capsule? I have this National Geographic magazine from November of 1947. Now, this very well might be a stretch. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. But I've been thinking about this picture for so long. And the other day I was like, wait a second. So it's a photographer at the Tromsø, Norway Aurora Research Station. He has like pointy shoes, like how elves would. But what is up with the cameras? I get that like they have special stuff, but it's literally 3 eyes pointing at the aurora. And there's plenty of other pictures of them photographing the lights, and there's no like 3 lensed cameras in any of the other pictures, except the one that takes up an entire page. I don't know what 3i Atlas is. I don't think any of us really do. It could be the Ark, it could be Project Bluebeam, it could be Fallen Angel, aliens. I don't know. We have to wait and see when it comes. I just found that kind of weird, and I think it's something to watch, not something that I'm predicting or like prophesying, just a weird like coincidence. So in Isaiah 43, thus says the Lord, who makes a way in the sea, a path in the mighty waters. Remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Daniel 12, many of those who sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And those who are wise shall shine like the brightness of the sky above, and those who turn many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. This is referencing the dead rising first, like in Ezekiel 37. And Paul says that the dead will rise first. He also says that we shall all be changed in a moment, like the twinkling of an eye. Okay, now check this out. This is Enoch 50. In those days a change shall take place for the holy and elect. The light of day shall abide upon them, and glory and honor shall turn to the holy. On the day of affliction on which evil shall have been treasured up against the sinners, and the righteous shall be victorious in the name of the Lord of spirits, and he will cause the others to witness this, that they may repent and forego the works of their hands. So those that are considered unrighteous witness something that makes them repent in the end days. And then the very following chapter, the resurrection of the dead and the separation by the judge of the righteous and the wicked. So it's, again, the dead rising first. The very next chapter, and after those days in that place where I had seen all the visions of that which is hidden, for I had been carried off in a whirlwind, and they had borne me towards the west. Back to how Paul said, hopefully you can recognize the breadth, the width. Enoch says, open your eyes and lift up your horns if you are able to recognize the elect one. Same chapter, different verse. The righteous and elect shall have risen from the earth and ceased to be of downcast countenance, and they shall have been clothed with garments of glory. And in the day of the tribulation of the sinners, your children shall mount and rise as eagles, and higher than the vultures will be your nest. And you shall ascend and enter the crevices of the earth. A bright light shall enlighten you, and the voice of rest you shall hear from heaven. In those days the angel shall descend into secret places and gather together into one place all those who brought down sin. And over all the righteous and holy he will appoint guardians from amongst the holy angels to guard them as the apple of an eye, until he makes an end of all wickedness and all sin. And though the righteous sleep a long sleep, they have not to fear. And then the children of the earth shall see the wise in security, and shall understand all the words of this book. Be hopeful, for aforetime ye were put to shame through ill and affliction, but now ye shall shine as the lights of heaven. Ye shall shine, and you shall be seen, and the portals of heaven shall be opened to you. And this verse has a really strange English translation compared to what it actually says. It says, make a roof for the ark and finish it to a cubit above. So it's actually more of a window portal that has divine light built into it. Like, we don't have like an English word for this word. It's like a glowing stone almost. The King James Version directly calls it a window, but it uses a word that's totally unique to the English word window. It doesn't mean window, but we don't have an English equivalent. So the Hebrew word for roof that's not roof is tzohar, I think is how you say it. It's Tzohar. But it gets even weirder because the Greek version of this, the Septuagint, that was what like the apostles would have been reading, translated it to Lorida, which doesn't mean a roof. It doesn't mean a window. It doesn't mean a portal. It means a slit that allows light through it. It shares the same exact root word as noonday and zenith. Zenith is the center point of the firmament, exactly where Polaris is, a slit for light to go through. At a very, very basic level, the double slit experiment, they would shoot light particles through like a frame almost that had slits, exactly how the Septuagint translates that word in the Ark. When they weren't observing these, they acted as waves instead of particles. So they kind of just made like a pattern on the screen behind the frame. So the scientists that were working on this set up equipment to watch and see what was happening. And when these light particles were observed, they behaved totally differently. They stayed as particles, they didn't become waves, and they went straight through only one slit. But only when they knew that they had eyes on them. So the particles stayed particles, they stayed intact, and they went like single file through one slit, just like how the Ark has one slit, when someone was observing those particles. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eye. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. I will set mine eyes upon them for good. We shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. Then shall the righteous shine forth like the sun. We shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. This is Polaris, the North Star, through a P1000 camera. Polaris literally means heavenly. Someone please try to tell me that this is not an eye or a throne. You know, kind of like the one in the opening to the 1950s series, The Twilight Zone. The very first episode of The Twilight Zone is called Where Is Everybody? A guy wakes up from a deep sleep and there's nobody in town except him. We go up like light when we're translated, and I think that's why the folklore surrounding the Northern Lights has always been that it's souls going home. And there's a slit in Noah's Ark. A lot of older interpretations believe that the Ark was a mobile tabernacle and it has a light slit. Is this why the path is narrow and straight? The double slit experiment just got really, really popular a few years ago. So I have to wonder, like, was God kind of like prepping us? Am I going too deep? Am I pushing this too far? I know everybody who like thinks very carnally is going to be yelling at me in the comments, but that's not what I'm here to do. That's not what my page is about. So let me know what you guys think. I've been like mind blown about this for like days now.
Is it a reach or is she on to something?
I'm gonna show you guys a clip. You might think it's fake, but it is not. I experienced it my own self. I grew up in Haiti. When I was young, there was this guy. He was like a head of a gang or something. He used to tell a story that people cannot kill him. You know, walking around like he's the... And then he said the only way people could do it, you would have to scare me and I would have to jump, like when you scare someone, and then you could shoot them. But he never explained how it works, nothing. But he did show me that he has like 2 teeth in his wallet. Don't know what that is. I was like 6, 7. And now it come to make sense why we were able to free all the slaves. Bullets was bouncing off of us. Check this out. It is not fake, y'all. I know you guys might think it's fake. It is not, okay? If you go on YouTube, type bulletproof Haitians, you could put a gun in their mouth. That thing will bounce. When I told you guys I experienced it, like I've seen it with my 2 eyes. This guy, they were after him one time. They shot at him and his whole body turns into flame. Now I realize the reason why they talk so bad about spirituality. They say hoodoo, voodoo, it's bad, and then the funny part is they call it black magic. And what do they call us? Black. It's our magic, but they're gonna make it seem like it's bad. They not hurting anyone, man. They just know how to protect themselves. And I realized as a child, it was scary, man. It was not fascinating until now I realized that's what freed us. We used to have the power to... Napoleon got his ass beat because his bullets was bouncing, man. We got clothes. There's a saying in Haiti that says "coup peut-être, boule kai," Now you realize in order for you to do that, you had to get close to your enemy. See that?
What's crazy about that is I used to check cars in to an Amazon warehouse. So when they come in, I would check them in. And I would, check the drivers in. And it got to a point where I started knowing a lot of the drivers just off the rip. So when they pull up, I'm having conversations with them. One of them, he was a newer guy. I said something to him. He had a Jamaican accent. I said, "Are you from Jamaica? You Haitian?" Like I was curious. He said, "Yeah." He's from Haiti. We started talking. I asked him some shit that was really, really deep. Things that I can't bring up. Things I shouldn't even talk about. But I'm just talking about a story, so I'm not going in detail about nothing. And he's like, he looked at me. He said, "How do you know that?" I said, "I know." He knew what that meant. He was like, "Yeah, that's true. That's facts. We won a war once upon a time because we knew how to do certain things that they use against us to this day." Not us, meaning his ancestors and his land of where he's from. But he's saying all of us nowadays. They took certain things from us that we use to protect ourselves from them. And now they use it to use it on all of us. They say it's bad, so we don't never use it, but they use it for all of them. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know y'all opinions. If you disagree, I understand. If you agree, I understand.
Free Tory. I'm not gonna lie, fool. Rock Nation got hella firepower. They got some demonic firepower over there, y'all. Cause it's crazy to me. The amount of evidence they showed that it wasn't Tory and this man still doing 10 is wild. She just a part of the snake. We all know who's the big snake. So now after this little victory they got, they talking about she got her eyes set on the Super Bowl, fool. I would not be surprised if you see her make an appearance during the Super Bowl. They already got one person that played the game, which was Bad Bunny. I'm already looking for him to do some wild shit during the Super Bowl. Some shit like confusing the people. Then you got this snake. If she somehow make that appearance, I guarantee she's gonna shade the shit out of Tory. Even after all the evidence points to Kelsey, even a bodyguard saying it was Kelsey, the forensics saying it was another person other than Tory, and he almost getting unalived in prison, this man still finna sit, y'all. This is wild. And they said there's no shortcut with this sentence. He's not looking to come home 6 years later, 8 years later. He say he's sitting a whole 10.
For some shit he ain't do. Because it got something to do with the music. The money behind the music. The image. The control. He owns all them. He owns them masters, bro. It come with a lot of shit. Bro. I don't get it. Nobody like her music anyway. That shit got watered down and then fell off. I didn't like it when it first came out, and I still don't like it to this day. I didn't like that song wet, however you say it. I didn't like that shit either. I don't think that type of music is needed, especially like I hear men rap about this shit all the time. Why we can't? Why you want to be that low? And that's another subject. I feel bad for Tory, but then again, you gotta know who you dealing with. He maybe should not even have had a woman like that near him. It's my opinion. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts though. Y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all. You watching on TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. I love y'all. I love y'all, Collective. Again, today was a longer video. I seen on Sunday I had to shorten it up a little bit. Had some things to get to. Thought I was going to be out of town in Indiana for a minute, but I didn't end up going. So that's why the video was short. But I got y'all this time. Y'all know it's a little bit longer. Until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what I'm